Jane, what is it that you see?
I see black. I see nothing.
You see black. You see nothing. Very good. So continue to explore that blackness. Tell me more about that blackness. What does that blackness feel like to you?
Nothing. Like a void.
Like a void. Very good. And when you're in that void now, and you're in that total blackness, how does that make you feel physically? What is your body feeling physically in that void? That's it.
It's not feeling any different.
Okay. Does it feel like your body when you're awake?
Yeah.
Does it feel like you're floating?
Yeah.
Okay. And when you're floating there, how is that making you feel emotionally? What emotions do you feel as you're floating in this black void?
Calmness.
Very good.
Just like waiting. Calmly waiting.
You're just calmly waiting. Very good. And how about mentally? How is this making you feel mentally?
Confused.
You're confused. Okay. So tell me, why do you think you're confused?
Because I'm in the dark.
Okay.
Because I'm in a void.
Okay. So your higher self right now, we're going to ask your higher self, what is it that you're doing in that void and why are you there? I'm going to count to 3 and you will go to your higher self and you will be able to see why you're in that darkness, why you're in that void. Counting from 3 down to 1. 3, 2, and 1. Tell Jane why she is in this dark void. Why is she feeling confused and waiting? What is she waiting for?
No clue.
No clue. Okay. Okay. So I would like you to feel that darkness more. And I want you to describe what that darkness feels like. Does that darkness feel like it's dry? Does it feel like it's moist?
It's dry. My mouth is completely dry.
Okay. So how does that make you feel? That dryness?
Fine. It doesn't bother me.
Okay. Very good. So I want you to move out of that darkness. I'm going to count from 3 to 1, and I want you to go to another sad memory. Something that has either happened in this life or in another lifetime that can help you heal. I'm going to count from 3 to 1. And when I come to 1, you are going to be out of that darkness and into another sad memory. 3, 2, and 1. You're there. What are you saying now? That's it. Take your time. What sad memory are you seeing now?
I'm not seeing anything.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to go back to the darkness that you were experiencing.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like for you to imagine yourself in your mother's womb, where it is completely dark, and you're feeling nothing. I want you to go to the womb before you are born, and I want you to tell me what that womb feels like. Imagine yourself inside your mother's womb. Tell me what it feels like. What does your body feel like there? Is your body moving?
I feel tight.
You feel tight. So do you feel like something is constricting you, your body?
Not easy to move.
So it's not easy for you to move. I see. And so when you're feeling tight and it's not easy for you to move in your mother's womb, how does that making you feel emotionally? You're feeling very tight and you're constricted and you're having trouble moving. How is that making you feel emotionally? Is it making you feel like you're anticipating something? Does it make you feel like you're frightened? Do you feel like something is keeping you from being able to move? What emotions are you having?
I'm not having any emotions.
You're not feeling frightened?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I just feel like there's pressure on me.
Okay, there's a lot of pressure on you. So how does it make you feel mentally? Intellectually, what are you feeling? What questions do you have? What are you wondering as you feel like a pressure all around you, but you're feeling no emotions?
I don't know.
Okay. So I would like you to go to the moment, Jane, where your mother is getting ready to give birth. That tightness that you're feeling is a result of the contraction she's having. So her uterus and her uterine walls are now contracting and squeezing on your body, squeezing on your body. And you're beginning to go through the birth canal. You also have a second spirit with you. You have a sibling in there with you. Is your brother going to go first, or are you going to be born first?
Me.
Okay, so you're being born first. So you're going to pave the way.
Mm-hmm.
So every time your mother's womb is constricting, you are moving down into the birth canal, feeling tighter and tighter. It's squeezing you forward, squeezing you forward. Your head is beginning to crown. The doctors can see your crown, the top of your head. You're feeling very, very constricted now. You're about to be born, and your mother gives another push, and your head begins to come out. And as you're coming out, you can feel your head and your body turning to the right. And the medical professional there, the doctor or the nurses, has a hold of your head. It's got you by your head, and it's helping you to be born, pulling you slightly. Your mother's having another contraction, and now your entire head and neck are out, and your shoulders are beginning to show. And as you are born and you are out of the birth canal, you are feeling freer and freer. You're not feeling as constricted. Now you feel your tummy coming out, and now your little bottom. And finally, your mother gives one last push, and your legs and your feet are out, and you have been born now. Tell me what happens.
Well, the pressure's gone.
Okay, very good.
And I'm
And so
cold or cool.
you're very cold. Okay. And so how are you feeling? How are you feeling emotionally there? You said the pressure's gone, but you're feeling very cold. How are you feeling emotionally? You see all those bright lights around you, you're feeling cold. How is that making you feel?
I'm sure it probably pissed me off because it would today.
Okay. And so how's that making you feel mentally? So emotionally, you're very angry. So mentally, what is it that you're thinking? You have
Well,
thoughts. That's it. Go ahead.
why is it so bright? Where am I? It's like,
Okay, where am I?
what's
Why is it
this
so bright?
place? What's this place? Where have I ended up?
Where am I? Where have I ended up? Very good. Okay, does your does does the doctor or the nurse hand you to your mother? Does she hold you right away?
No,
Okay, where do you go?
I'm over getting cleaned and swaddled and
Okay.
checked and
So the fact that your mother is not holding you and complete strangers have grabbed you and taken you away from her, how is that making you feel physically? What is your body doing? What's your body feeling? You've been taken away from your mother. You're no longer in that dark, safe place. You've been born. It's freezing cold, lots of bright lights. You hear a lot of people talking, and you've been taken away from your mother.
confusion.
So you're
It's
feeling
like, what's
confusion.
going on?
Okay, and how does that make your body feel? Is your body rigid? Is it
Tense,
okay? Very tense. Very good. And so if you're confused and your body is feeling tense, what emotions are you having there?
disturbed,
Yeah, you're disturbed.
upset.
Very good. Disturbed and upset. Very good. So you're disturbed and upset. Your body is feeling tense. You're completely confused. Somebody is taking you away from your mother. They have finally cleaned you up, but your umbilical cord is still attached. At what point do they hand you to your mother? Go ahead and see it, even if you think you're making it up.
Not until she's done with my brother.
Okay.
There's an urgency to have him born on the same day.
Okay. So what's happening with you while your brother's being born? Where are you?
I'm just in a bassinet and they're trying to get my brother out. They're using forceps on him.
So you're all alone in that bassinet,
Yep. Well, there's people in the room, but they're
right?
more focused on
But they're
her.
focused on your brother, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And they're using forceps and you're watching this. How how is that making you feel that you can see the doctors using medical equipment on your brother?
I don't like it.
You don't like it.
They've
Very
left
good.
a scar. They've left a spot on his forehead. I don't like it.
Left a scar on his forehead. Very good. So you don't like this.
No. No need to rush it. Let it come.
So you don't like that his birth is being forced.
Right.
So
It's an
as
invasion. It's an invasion to tear him out with forceps.
okay, it's invasion. Okay, very, very good. So now your brother has finally been born. He's out of the birth canal. And so what are they doing with your brother now that he's completely out and he's born? What do you see happening?
The same thing that happened to me. They're cleaning him up. They're cutting the cord and they're swaddling him up. And then we go to see mom.
Okay, so now you're going to your mother.
Yes. But together.
Okay, so you're together and the both of you are in your mother's arms. How does that feel that you're in your mother's arms? What are you feeling physically there?
Content.
You feel content. Very good. How is that making you feel emotionally?
Warm. Warming up
Warm.
to her. Wanting to bond with her.
Very good. And are you able to bond with her?
No.
Is she not allowing you to bond? Is she not bonding with you?
No. She's more focused on my brother. He will carry on the name.
How does that make you feel that she is focused on your brother? What's the physical feeling that your body feels knowing that you're trying so hard to bond with her and she won't bond with you? She's bonding with your brother. How does that making your body feel?
Stiff.
Stiff. Very good. How's
Tense.
how's that making you feel emotionally?
Upset.
Very good. Upset. And how about mentally? The fact that she's just not bonding and paying attention to you.
Discarded. Overlooked. Not as important.
Discarded and overlooked, not as important. Okay, very good. So now, Jane, we're going to take this opportunity for you to tell your mother exactly how she made you feel. All of the energy that she took away from you to please herself and to put on your brother. I would like for you to tell her exactly how that made you feel. When I count to three, I'm going to snap my fingers and I want you to look in your mother's eyes and I want you to tell her exactly how that experience made you feel. 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead, Jane. Tell your mother.
Why? Why? How? How can one be more important than the other?
Very good. Very good.
Why do I have to be less than for him to be more? Why can't we be equal?
Very good.
Why am I not good enough.
So now I would like for you to listen to what your mother says. Your mother is going to now tell you the answer. When I count to 3, your mother will speak through you and will explain to you why she was so focused on your brother. 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead, Mom.
Because
Tell
it's everything my husband wanted. He wanted heirs,
because he
carry on
wanted
the
heirs.
name. He wanted his name carried on.
But Mom, do you
He
realize?
was going to be the end. Without them boys, it would be the end of his line.
So, Mom, knowing that those were your emotional feelings and knowing that those were your mental feelings, knowing that you were spending all of your energy towards your son and completely ignoring Jane, do you realize how much that hurt her?
No,
It did. It hurt her a great deal. It
it
made
was
her.
never a concern of hers.
But do you realize that it not being a concern of yours, Mom, do you realize how hurtful that was to Jane?
I suppose, but it's not focused on.
Okay, so it's not focused on. So Jane
No,
understands.
because Jane just wears her heart on her sleeve. She can't keep her emotions in check. She has to say how she's feeling.
But Mom, that
And
is
we
a.
don't do that.
But Mom, that
That's
is.
not allowed.
But Mom, that is a healthy thing that Jane is doing. Jane is able to communicate her feelings, and that is a healthy way of living life. Do you understand how your choice to focus on her brother, not just through the birth, but through his entire life, do you realize how that has made Jane feel?
No, I'm sure it makes her angry. We fight all the time. I cannot talk to her at all.
You can't talk to her at all.
No, everything she brings up is not worth listening to.
So during this birth and during this experience that you've had to go through, Jane, trying to explain to your mother how it made you feel that she took all of that energy away from you and put it on your brother. What does that make you do in your lifetime now?
Shrink, stay invisible.
So
Because
as a
it's
result,
easier. It's because it's all I know. Because that's how you got through life, by
okay,
learning not to call attention to yourself. Because you can't be special. Because you're stupid. So,
okay, never calling attention to yourself. So what does that prevent you from doing in this lifetime?
being me,
Very good. Mom, do you hear what Jane is saying? Do you hear what the choices that you made has caused her to feel and how that has intercepted Jane in her life?
Jane made her own choices.
So, but Jane had to make those choices in order to survive. Do you realize she had to make those choices because you were not there to support her?
I had other kids to support that were more important.
Of
That would
course.
be that would be going places, marrying the right people, getting the right jobs, making that money to support me.
So why didn't you put that energy towards Jane?
Because her brother was more important.
But do you see what that prevented Jane from being able to do in her lifetime?
Not really. She just never applied herself.
So Jane, do you feel like you applied yourself?
Yes,
Okay, so
I tried my hardest.
Tell your mother, I want you to tell her exactly how hard you tried.
I did everything you asked me to do. I did the best I could.
So all of these feelings that you're feeling, Jane, what has that prevented you from being able to do in your lifetime? In this lifetime? The fact,
Value myself.
I'm sorry, repeat that?
Value myself. Have a hold of value for Jane because it wasn't done to her. She doesn't know what it's like to feel valued. So how
Jane,
can she value herself?
okay. So she doesn't feel valued because she feels like her mother never valued. Jane, I would like for you to do something now. I want you to look into your mother's eyes. Look directly into your mother's eyes. The eyes are the windows to the soul. I want you to ask your mother, looking into her eyes, if you guys have spent another lifetime together. Look into her eyes and see if you've been in another lifetime together.
Yes,
Okay? Tell me about that lifetime. Who are you and who is your mother in that lifetime? That's it.
I don't know.
Okay, even if you think that you're making it up, even if you think you're making it up, see yourself there now. You know that you and your mother have
I
spent
think we
enough.
were siblings.
Okay, very good. You think you were siblings. Very good. So, and as siblings, were you a girl or a boy there?
I was a boy.
You were a boy. Okay. And your mother, was she a sibling?
Yes.
Was
She
she a
was
girl?
also. No, she was a boy.
She was also a boy. Okay. I want you to picture your mother and you in that other lifetime as boys. Tell me what you are doing together right now. What is it that you see yourself doing, even if you think you're making it up?
Working, working in the fields,
Okay, very good. So the two of you are working in the field. What kind of work are you doing there in the field?
plowing, planting, weeding, harvesting.
Plowing and planting and harvesting. Very good. How old are you there?
13, 14.
How old is your brother there? Is he a twin?
It could be because we're close,
Okay.
close in age and size.
Okay. Very good. What is your brother's name? What do they call him there?
Caleb,
Caleb. Very good. And what is your name? What do they call you there?
Henry.
You're Henry. Okay, let's ask Henry to now realize that it's time for you to quit working in the field, and you and Caleb are now going to walk across the field and go home. When you get to your home, tell me what it looks like from the outside.
It's a small cabin, low roof, few windows and a door, chimney.
Very good. Okay, so when you guys are looking from the outside at this small cabin, you're washing yourself, getting ready to go inside the cabin. Once you've washed your hands and your face, I want you to go into the cabin together, and I want you to tell me what it is that you see inside that cabin. Okay, you're there now.
The fireplace, fire going, table, food cooking,
Good.
mother cooking.
So your mother is there.
Yes,
Do you recognize your mother from a different life?
No.
Okay. So what do they call your mother?
Mother, mom,
Okay. Do you have a father there?
yes.
Okay. Do you see any other siblings?
No. No.
Okay. So it's just Henry and Caleb there. The food is cooking in the fireplace. You're getting ready to sit down and have dinner. So now you and your brother Caleb and your mother and father are now sitting down and you're eating. I'd like for you to look into your father's eyes. Tell me if you recognize your father.
No.
Okay. All right. So now I would like for you to move forward to another important moment in that lifetime that is significant. When I count to 3, you will be there. 1, 2, and 3. You're there now. What is happening?
We lost the farm.
You lost the farm.
Father's gone.
The father is gone. Did he die or did he
Yeah,
leave?
he died.
What is your mother doing?
She's living off of what we can provide her.
How do you provide for you and her and your brother?
We work with horses. We do odd jobs, handyman, jack of all trades.
So you're helping to support your mother there.
Yes.
Okay. I would like you to move forward again. Move all the way forward in that lifetime. I would like for you to move to the time where you are now dying. I'm going to count from 1 to 3, and you will be there. 1, 2, and 3. Tell me what is happening. What does your body look like?
Old, tired, wrinkled, wasting.
Old, tired, and wrinkled. Very good. So, what is causing your death right now? What sort of
Age,
symptoms? So just old
just
age.
age. Yeah.
Okay. And
Worn out body from working.
worn out body. Where is Caleb?
I don't know.
Okay. So as Henry, what was your purpose in that lifetime with Caleb? Why did you exist together in that family? What
Caleb.
lessons?
Caleb went to school. Caleb helped support the family, but it was my responsibility to stay with my mother and take care of her physically.
So he supported the family financially?
Yes. So he moves to the city. We're in a small rural town close to where we farmed, where we know people, and we have some support.
So you had to stay home and support your mother. How did that make you feel, Henry, that Caleb got to go out and have a life and create some money and support the family, and you were forced to stay home? How did that make you feel?
Envious, jealous, just wanting to get away for a while, see the world.
So did you feel trapped?
Yes.
Very good.
But I love my mother, so I did it.
You loved your mother.
Yes.
So,
I have no regrets.
so looking back at your life as Henry in that lifetime, what was the most difficult moment of that lifetime?
Watching my brother go. But he had to.
So you were extremely close to your brother,
Yes.
and so you missed him when he went.
Yes.
So it was like losing a friend.
Yes. It's like losing the other half of me.
So now that you know that was your most difficult moment, and your body is lying there, getting ready to make a transition, what was the lesson that you were supposed to learn in that lifetime? Very good. Take your time.
Forgiveness.
Forgiveness. Very good. So if that was your lifetime lesson, forgiveness, who were you supposed to forgive in that lifetime?
Myself.
Okay, forgive
My
yourself.
brother. My family. My circumstances.
Okay, so when you say you wanted to forgive yourself, why did you feel that you needed forgiveness?
Because I was jealous of my brother. Even though I love my mother,
Okay,
I wanted
very
that
good.
life too.
So Jane, do you realize even though you felt that feeling of jealousy, do you realize that just about anybody in your position would have felt that way?
Yes.
So since your lesson in that lifetime was to forgive yourself for those feelings that you felt, forgive your brother for abandoning you, and forgive your mother for the fact that she was in a position where both of you had to support her, even though you loved her. Do you forgive yourself for all of those things?
Yes.
Okay. I would like for you to take all of that energy that created all of that jealousy around your family. I would like for you to take all of that energy that you gave to them back. On the count of three, I want you to pull that energy back into yourself. 1, 2, and 3. Take your energy back. Take all the jealousy back. Very good. Continue to take it back. Very good. And now all of the energy that your mother and your brother took from you that caused all of that jealousy, I would like for you to give that energy back to them. All of the energy that you took from them, all of the jealousy that you felt, I want you to give all of that back to them. On the count of three, I want you to give back all of that energy that you took from them. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. You're giving back the energy. Giving back the energy. Very good. Tell me when that's done.
It's done.
Okay, very, very good. So now we're going to move forward. At the time that your soul leaves that body, Jane, when I count from 3 down to 1, I want you to be standing there detached from the body and looking at your body. 3, 2, and 1. You've left your body now. Tell me what you see.
I see a weathered old man. But he looks peaceful now.
Who is with you?
No one.
So you died alone?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So now we're going to take your soul and your spirit that is standing there, and we're going to take it to the light. So when I count from 3 down to 1, you will see that light. 3, 2, and 1. You're there now. You're looking at that light. Tell me what you see.
I see they're all united.
You see that you're all united. Who is all united?
Caleb and my mother and my father and our dogs.
Father
They're all
and
there
dog.
waiting for me.
Oh, they're all waiting for you. Very good. And are they welcoming you? Are they?
Yes, we're all excited to see each other
Oh,
again.
very good. Very good. And so you feel a great deal of love coming from all of them.
Yes.
Okay, very good. So I want you to look at your family and I want you to ask them, what was the purpose in all of you being together in this lifetime? What were you supposed to learn there? Besides forgiveness, what were you supposed to learn there? You're with Caleb, your mother, father, your dog. Let them tell you what was the purpose of you all spending that lifetime together.
To grow,
Very good.
to have grace,
Was to grow, have grace. That's beautiful. Very good. Very good. So now I would like for you, along with Caleb, your mother, your father, and the dog, I would like for you to go to that light. And I would like you to travel until you get to the other side. 3, 2, and 1. You're there now. Are you in that light? Tell me what is
yes.
happening. Okay, you're in the light now. Very, very good. So may your spirit and your soul stay safe forever. So now I'm going to count to 3, and I would like for Jane to go to another sad memory, either in this lifetime or in another lifetime. Some sort of sad memory that will continue to help her soul heal in this lifetime as Jane. When I count to 3, I would like for you to go to another sad memory. 1, 2, and 3. You're there now. Tell me what you see.
I see my mother spitting mad,
Okay.
eyes going crazy.
Okay. And is that in this?
Anger, the frustration, the anger in her face. She looks like she's going to stroke. And she's telling me that I am the worst thing that ever happened to this world.
Is this your mother in this lifetime as Jane?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So
And I am
how,
selfish. And I should not be around any person, especially those kids. I am not worthy to be in that house.
and how does that make you feel physically that she's telling you all of these awful things? How is that making your body feel?
shocked. Shocked.
Okay, so that's how you're feeling emotionally, is you're just completely shocked that she's saying this to you. What does your body do when she's telling you this? Does your body want to move forward to protect yourself? Does it just stay there? Is it stuck?
Go. Go. Get away from her. Don't kill her.
Okay, so you want to run away from her.
I don't want to kill her. I don't want her stroking out. She's so mad at me.
And how is that making you feel mentally? You're trying to run away to protect her. You're completely shocked she's saying these awful things. How is that making you feel mentally, Jane?
Confused, but not confused. Par for the course, but hurt because it's only put on me and not on the other family member who refused to comply.
Okay, very
And
good.
that person is allowed in her house with open arms.
All right, so when I count to three, I want us to talk to your mother, and I want to ask your mother why she treats Jane this way. 1, 2, and 3. Mom, why do you have such disdain for Jane? What is it that Jane has done to you that is making you feel so angry toward her?
Needy,
You think
wanting
that,
attention.
but we all are needy in that way. We all want attention. Your other children are needy. They want attention too. Why do you
There's
give them the
only
attention?
so there's only so much to go around, and you got to nurture the ones that are going to go far in life.
Ah, but you see, that's not true, Mom. There is more than enough love to go around. Do you realize that you have chosen to withdraw your love from Jane and probably a few others in the family? Do you realize that you have chosen only to put your love and your attention towards the kids that you think matter?
Oh, the rest all matter. It's just Jane.
And tell me again why you think Jane doesn't matter. The fact that she wants love is not a good excuse. We all want love. What is it about Jane that is making you so angry?
She says things. She knows things, and she says them in front of
Ah,
other people. And she's
ah.
weird. She's out there. And this has to stop.
So you realize that Jane is very, very spiritual and she does know things and she does see things. And that is a part of her ability to protect herself, is to speak out. Do you realize that's what she's doing? She's speaking out against
She's
your,
saying things she should have no knowledge of.
what
This
sort of
can't
things is,
this she can't be saying things. This has to stop.
so we're going to switch
It's
back
not
to,
it was against the religion. It's against the teachings of the religion. This doesn't happen. This cannot
against
happen.
against the Catholic religion.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to switch back to Jane. 1, 2, and 3. Jane, what sort of things do you say to your mother that makes her so angry? She says that you know things. You say things that are against the religion. What sort of things do you say?
I tell her about the tropical fish in my room at night that swim in and out of the dresser drawers and lights that follow me around all night. Bright white lights in my room when they scare me. So I go to her and I'm just sent back to my room.
And the okay, let's take a look at that for a minute. Let's go to Jane's subconscious now and let's find out, what are those white lights that are following you at night when you were a little girl? 3, 2, and 1. You're there now.
Well, those are my spirit guides.
Ah, spirit guides.
They
Okay,
were
and
here to help me.
They were there to help you. So you were afraid of your spirit guides because you didn't know they were spirit guides, right?
Right, right. But then they made me send them away. I couldn't interact with them anymore. They took me to the rectory, and the priest told me I couldn't do that anymore.
And the priest told you you couldn't do that anymore.
No, and all I wanted was to be loved by my parents. So I did all that was asked of me,
I see.
and I had to give it away, and it won't come back.
So, Jane, do you realize that your guides are always with you? You cannot send them away. They are always, always with you. They have been assigned to you, and they are always with you. There's
But
never a time that your guides are not with you,
but I'm not allowed to feel them. I'm not allowed to hear them.
but you are allowed
I'm
to
not
see
allowed
them.
to see them. And no matter how hard I try, I can't. I can't go back. I don't know the way back. And I'm just lost.
Okay. So now I'm going to count to three, Jane, and you're going to be that little girl. And you're going to be with your guides who are appearing as lights in your room. 1, 2, and 3. You're there now. Your little girl. Tell me what it is that you see in your room.
I'm laying in my bed and the lights are just there. And if I get up and walk around, they follow me.
Okay.
So I get up and walk around the room and they're just trailing behind me. They're not frightening, but I don't know what they are. And I don't know what all these weird looking colorful fish are that are going in and out of my dresser drawer.
Well, let's ask them. Let's ask them. Fish, what is it that you are doing there, and why are you going in and out of the drawer? Who are you? Why are you there?
Because we can be.
What is your purpose?
To make her laugh.
Ah, to make her laugh. Are you spirit guides or angels? Who are you? You're
We're
appearing
just
as
we're just fish.
you're just little fish. Who sent you? Why do you choose to come spend every night with Jane as a little girl, going in and out of her drawers? Who sent you?
Her higher self.
Higher self. So the fish that are there were sent by your higher self to make you laugh, because laughter is extremely healing.
Yes.
And
And
does
there's
Jane,
not much laughter.
there's not much laughter, so your fish are there to help you heal. Very good. And so now let's look at your guides that are appearing to you as lights. Let's talk to your guides. So, guides, tell us please at this time, what is your purpose in appearing as lights around Jane at night?
To show our presence so she knows we're near.
Very good. To
But
show,
she's too young, she doesn't understand. She's just barely walking.
but that's okay because she can feel your love, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, I would like for you as her guides now to talk to Jane and tell her that there's never a time that you are not around her, loving her, guiding her. The more she asks, the more you help guide, even if she thinks you're not there. I would like for you to explain to her right now the love that you have for her, and that there can be no separation, regardless of her religion, regardless of what her priest or her mother or father ever told her, that you can never be sent away. On the count of three, I would like you to talk to her. 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead.
We are always with you, Jane. We've never left. You've been made to push us back into a corner and turn your back on us, but we never left you. It was you that felt that yearning because you were made to let us go. It was not of your will, but we never left you. But you just couldn't feel us anymore. But we didn't leave. You couldn't see us, but we didn't leave.
Jane, do you understand that your guides are always there? Do you believe that they never have left your side?
Yes,
Okay, let's talk to your guides and ask them about your feeling of being lost all the time. Let's ask your guides, why does Jane have this feeling where she is completely lost all the time? Please tell us.
because she is shut down.
So,
She's so shut down. She doesn't dream. She doesn't visualize. Her imagination is gone.
so we know that the
Her
imagination,
creativity is stunted. And when she tries, it all falls apart. She gets so excited. Something new, something she can try and she can do it, but then it gets hard. And then something else comes up that looks easier, and maybe she can do that. But then maybe there's that, maybe there's that, maybe there's that. And she's always searching for something that will come to her and fit her.
can you explain to Jane the fact that she's searching is being very creative? The fact that she's looking for the right things to fulfill her in this lifetime, that is creativity. She has not lost her imagination. We as human beings cannot lose our imagination. We may choose not to use our imagination, but we never lose it. It is always there, as are her guides. So we understand you've explained to her how she feels so lost and why she feels so lost. Can you explain to Jane what she can do so she no longer has to feel this way?
Love herself more, accept herself.
Love and accept herself more.
Flaws, broken back, and all.
Guides, how do you see Jane? Tell Jane how you see her.
She's
Tell
a
her what her,
beautiful, peaceful soul that doesn't want to harm anyone. Wants the best for everyone.
she wants the best for
And
everyone.
she can't, it hurts her when she hurts others. She is so forgiving. And she keeps putting herself out there. But she just, I don't, we just
So,
can't get through to her. She's so
so,
shut off.
so what can she do to open up? you said that she needs to learn to love herself more, love herself for who she is and all the beautiful gifts she has to give. How can Jane best open up? What will help her open up on this journey? Very good.
Forgive herself
Forgive herself.
for not being strong, not standing up for herself.
Very good.
Trust in herself.
Trust in herself. So can you give an example of what that looks like for her to trust herself? How does she need to trust herself?
When she gets this intuition that she should follow it,
Okay.
don't question it, just follow it.
Follow.
She questions more than follows. When she follows, it's good. When she questions and doesn't, things don't go so good.
Good.
But sometimes she thinks she hears something and follows it, but it's not from us. It's her.
Okay. How can
But
she,
she gets confused and then she thinks she's being led and she's not.
so how can Jane better tell the difference between her conscious and her guides?
To listen to her gut.
Listen to her gut. And when she listens to her gut, then she can be assured she's listening to her guides.
Yes.
Very good. Very, very good. Okay, well, thank you very much, guides. Do you happen to have a name? What can she call you? What can Jane call you?
Hazel.
Hazel. Hazel, thank you very much for coming today and for helping Jane. I realize that you're always around Jane, but thank you so much for helping Jane understand what she needs to do to help herself not feel so lost and to understand how she can connect to you, that you're always there, you're always around, that her higher self is always there through you. Thank you for that. Jane, can you please tell her thank you? Talk to Hazel and tell her thank you.
Thank you, Hazel. Thank you. Thank you for being with me through all of this crazy stuff.
Hazel, can you tell
Thank you for not leaving when I sent you away as a child.
Hazel, can you tell Jane what is her purpose in this lifetime? What is her purpose? What has she chosen in this lifetime to learn? Why has her life been so difficult for her up till now? What is she supposed to be learning from this?
Resiliency.
Ah, resiliency. Very good. And how can Jane be more resilient? By what you said earlier, by standing her ground and speaking out,
Standing up for herself.
standing up for
Not
herself.
letting other people tell her how she should feel. She's doing much better at that.
Good.
But just opening herself up to the possibilities. She gets overwhelmed because she doesn't know all the possibilities. She has problems making decisions because decisions she's made before have not helped, have not gone right. She's made a lot of bad decisions. So she
So
doesn't trust herself.
have those decisions been bad, or have those decisions been lessons for her?
Both,
Both.
but with a lot of physical consequences, pain.
Physical consequences and pain. I see. What is that pain and that broken back? What is that? What is she learning from that right now? What is the purpose of that broken back?
Resilience.
Resiliency.
She's got to do what she's got to do regardless of the pain. Resilience.
Okay, very good. Okay, thank you very much, Hazel. And please
You're
continue
welcome.
to be with us in the rest of this journey as introspective hypnosis. Continue to help guide Jane with your love and your wisdom that we so respect and appreciate. So, Jane, I would like for you now, on the count of three, I want you to go to that moment where you were having to have your first abortion. And on the count of three, you will be there. 1, 2, and 3. You're there now. Tell me what is happening. Is this your first abortion?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me what is happening. Where are you?
I'm walking in to the skyscraper in Chicago, and there's all the protesters with their signs and pictures.
Okay. I see. Very good.
And I'm
Okay.
being shamed, and my father and mother look devastated.
Who are you with, or are you walking alone?
I am with my mother and my father and one sister who was allowed to know and come along and be there with me.
Okay.
But if I don't do this, I don't have a place to live.
How old are you there?
I
7.
don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm 17.
Okay.
I've never been anywhere.
So let's continue to move forward to where you are now in the waiting room, and you are now walking into the room where the abortion will take place. Tell me when you're actually in that room and getting on the table.
It's scary. It's cold. It's sterile. And they're not very nice. It's a procedure, they routine for them. So it's just wham bam, thank you, ma'am, it's done. Go lay down in the other room.
So emotionally, you're feeling very scared,
Very scared.
and you notice
And
that
it's very
mentally,
painful.
very painful.
And I feel horrible for
Okay.
having to go through this, having to be there with my parents, them having to pay for it.
So are
But they would
your
rather do that than be disgraced by me. And they
okay?
don't let loose of money very often, so this meant a lot to them.
I want you to go to the point, Jane, where you are on the table and the abortion is taking place. I want you to describe what is taking place during that abortion.
A lot of pain, a lot of pain. And they're taking something precious from me, but I don't know how precious it is till later.
So have they gone into your uterus?
Yes,
Okay, and are they scraping the uterus?
yes,
Are they using a vacuum?
yes.
Do you know how far along you are there?
Maybe 7 weeks, 8 weeks. Not very
Okay.
far along.
So what sounds is it that you're hearing as this abortion is taking place?
Suction, like
You
at the dentist office. When they
okay,
put that thing in your mouth and let it sit there and grabs up all your
okay.
spit. It's just like that, except louder. But the pain is much worse than when they're working on your teeth and the cramping.
So you feel terrible cramping and
Yes.
you hear the vacuum.
And,
Okay.
and I feel it being torn from me.
Okay, you can feel the fetus being torn from you.
Yes.
The fact that you feel your fetus being taken from you, torn from you, how is that making you feel?
Horrible. Like a monster. But I didn't know what to do if I kept it. I don't even. I just want my parents to love me. And I thought this wouldn't do it, but it didn't because the damage was already done. But I didn't realize it.
Okay. So at this point, the abortion is finished. If you could talk to the spirit of that aborted child, what is it that you would say?
And I'm sorry.
I want you to look in the eyes of that beautiful little spirit and tell the spirit what you feel.
I feel horrible for not bringing you into this world. But I had no way to support you. Back then, they weren't given much help out to unborn mothers.
Okay, very good.
And they were going to make you leave town because you couldn't even be in town.
So the baby of this spirit, the spirit of this baby, I would like for you to look at your mommy and tell her that you do not blame her for the fact that she aborted you, that you understand there was nothing that she could do. Her parents were forcing this on her. Please look at your mommy and tell her.
I know. I knew. I knew before I came in what was going to happen. And
Very
that
good.
this was a lesson. And that you would not have the strength to stand up to them. But it was a lesson for you to build up that strength, to put the love into you instead of others.
Okay, very good. So her lesson then of the pregnancy and the entire abortion was another opportunity for her, Jane, to learn the importance of standing up for herself and using her voice.
Yes,
And can you tell your mommy now that you completely forgive her and that you never, ever, ever blamed her? That you knew, as you just told her, you knew that you weren't to stay here. You knew that you were going to be aborted, but only the body, only your little body was aborted, not your spirit. Your spirit is still very much alive because the spirit cannot die. So tell your mother now that you forgive her and how much you love her. Please tell her that now.
you did not lose me. You did not give me away. I am not something that can be given or taken away. I am always with you. And I
Very
always
good.
will be. And you have no one to blame at all. There
Very
is
good.
no blame. It's all
Very good.
lessons.
Very good. That's beautiful. Thank you, Spirit baby, so much for explaining to Jane how much she is loved and that you never blamed her, always, always forgived her, that you knew more than Jane, that you understood this was a lesson and you came to help her build her strength because you have that much love for her. Thank you so much for doing that for Jane. So
Thank you.
Jane, we're gonna move forward now, and I want you to go to the second time you had an abortion. On the count of three, I want you to be there. 1, 2, 3. You're there now. Tell me what is happening.
Oh, it's much different. They're to
Yes.
your office. You're with your boyfriend, and he just wants this over. He's going to leave you here by yourself to wait because he can't stay here.
How is that making you? How is that making you feel that you're there
I
in
feel
this dirty,
horrible. I feel horrible.
horrible?
But I love this man, and I can't lose him because he loves me. So I have to do what he wants. I
Okay.
can't love you and myself and him.
How is that making you feel emotionally that you are stuck between him and this baby?
Horrible. Horrible. But I'm going to do it to prove to him that I love him, that he's more important than me. And that's so stupid. But at
Okay.
the time, I was young and dumb still.
Okay, I
His
would like
love was all she ever wanted. And she thought she found it. She was going to keep it no matter what.
so very good. Now we're going to move forward to the time that you're actually having the abortion. Tell me what it is that you feel and what it is that you hear during the abortion.
Oh, it's not quite as painful as the first one because there's more medicine used,
Okay, very good.
but
What
it's still a great sense of loss,
are they using a vacuum
sense of
there?
shame. Yes.
Okay, but you can't feel it quite as much as you felt it the first time.
No, there's more
Okay.
numbing this time, but it's more of a emotional loss, emotional trauma for
So
having gone through this again and
I
not being strong.
I want you to feel that pain that you're feeling physically, and I want you to feel that pain that you're feeling in emotionally. Go ahead and feel that and make it more and more intense. That's it. That's it. That's it. Very good. Very good. Very good. Let it out. Let it out. Let it out.
No.
Very good. Very good. Okay, now, Jane, we're going to move forward. We're going to move forward to the point where it is done. And now you are walking out with your boyfriend. Tell me what is happening there.
Oh, I'm walking out.
Okay.
He's upset because it took so long. It took hours longer than it was supposed to. And he was bored, but we got to go home and pretend like nothing ever happened because we're late.
Okay.
So it was just go back, pretend like nothing happened.
How
And
old were
that's
you
what we
there?
did.
How old were you there?
Probably 22.
Okay. So I'd like for us to take a moment, and I want for us to be able to speak to that spirit that was unable to come into the physical form at that point. On the count of three, I'd like for your spirit, for this baby's little spirit, to be there. 1, 2, and 3. Hello there.
Hello.
Can you talk to your mommy and tell your mommy that you understand why she aborted you and that you saw the situation and that you forgive her for what she did? Go ahead and tell your mommy this.
Happy, I understand the
Are you this
situation you were put in.
are you the same spirit that was aborted
Yes,
before?
yes, I am.
You are.
And
So
I
you
am now the spirit of her oldest child with her husband. So I would always be the big brother to my siblings.
so you are now the spirit of, can you
Both
repeat that?
babies.
The
I am
spirit of,
now both babies. The first and the second.
okay.
I came back in hopes that she could make a better decision.
Okay. So you you came back to give her another opportunity to stand up for herself and speak her voice. Is that true?
True.
Okay. Very, very good. Can you explain to her again that the forgiveness is still there, that you were there to teach a lesson and you knew before you even got there that this was going to be the lesson that you would help her learn? Go ahead and explain that to her.
I came to you through love. I was created in love.
Very
But the
good.
love wasn't strong enough for you to allow to keep me here because dad wasn't ready.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't going to grow up. And you knew that. And you knew you couldn't do it on your own and that he wouldn't stick around. So I forgive you, Mom. I understand. And I love you. And I am always here with you.
Very, very good. Thank you very much, baby spirit. We have great love and respect for you. Very, very good. So, Jane, I want you to be done with this situation, and we're now going to move to your
Okay.
okay. Before we go, Jane, I want you to be able to tell the baby that you forgive yourself for what you did. I want you to look at that soul in the eyes, and I want you to tell that baby Jane forgives herself for what she did, the choice she made. Could you say that, please?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Baby 3. Baby B. I have forgiven myself for not being strong, for not allowing you to come here.
And that you
And
thank the spirit.
I thank you for coming. And I want you to know, and I'm sure you know because your brother's here, that that was the last time I did stand up to him. That's the last time. That's the first time I stood up to him. I
Very
said
good.
that wrong. I stood up for myself,
Very
for
good.
your brother. And it's the best thing I ever did.
Very good. So Jane, you were beginning to learn the lesson that these spirits came to you to help you learn. That's very good. So is that baby number 3 you're talking to?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. Very good. So that also is the same spirit as it was the other 2 times?
No.
Okay.
No.
So it's a different spirit.
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell if any of those spirits are girls or boys?
I I just I feel that the first was a boy and the third was a girl. But the second, I'm not sure.
Okay. All right. So that baby, that spirit in the beginning of human form, baby 1, baby 2, and baby 3, was all the same spirit. And what love that baby spirit had for you to come for just a very short time in order to teach you the lesson that basically was about you learning to love yourself, Jane. That's actually a very beautiful story. And ultimately, you were able to stand up for yourself.
Yes.
Very, very good. Okay. Thank you. We're going to move
Thank
forward.
you. I want to say thank you for them going through that with me.
Please do take your time.
'Cause I'm
And
sure it wasn't anything pleasant for you either.
but the but the
And I
spirit,
regret it. I regret it. I regret it. Everyone. But it is what it is. And I can't wait to see you
well, so it's okay to
in
regret what you
spirit.
did as long as you learned from it. But it is important for you to forgive yourself because this was a contract that you and your baby's spirits chose to go through this in order to help you learn. So there's no blame for what you chose to do, Jane. It was it was all it was all like you said, the baby knew, and every time that you had the abortion, those spirits knew that they weren't meant to come here to stay.
Yes,
They were
true.
they were all there to just help you learn a lesson. So there's no blame. There's nothing that you did here that is wrong. Spirit does not know right or wrong. Spirit only knows love. And
True.
you were given these beautiful opportunities to stand up for yourself, and eventually it worked. Eventually it worked. Okay, we're going to leave that scene, Jane. We're going to let
Okay.
your baby spirits go. And I would like you, as you continue to lay there, I'm going to scan your body. And we're going to start from the top of your body, and like a bright light shining on the outside and into the inside of your body from the very top, we're going to begin to go down, starting from the head, through the neck. And at any time, I want you to tell me if you feel any, or you see any darkness, or you feel any kind of pain as we're scanning. Again, starting from the head, going down through the chest area, through the stomach, the back area, the spine. Again, tell me if you see any darkness, anything that
No.
feels a little off.
No.
Okay, the hip area. Okay, down through the legs and down through the feet. Okay, does that light shine brightly and you see and feel no dark areas in your body?
Not that I could tell.
Okay, very, very good. Okay, very good. All right. So before we become fully conscious, there's a couple of things that we're going to do regarding forgiveness. And as you're taking deep breaths, I would like for you to forgive all of the people in this lifetime who have made you feel lost or made you feel less than or made you feel small. I would like for you to look at your mother in the eyes, and I would like for you to be able to see in her eyes that self-forgiveness is still a lesson that she was teaching you in the body of Caleb in a previous life. She's still here to teach you in a hard, hard way the importance of standing up for yourself. So I would like for you to look at your mom in the eyes and tell her that you forgive her for all of that energy that she has taken from you. On the count of 3, I want her to start giving you back that energy and you start accepting it. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Start taking back all that energy, all the energy she's stolen from you, all the energy that she's taken from you, everything that made you feel small and unwanted, taking all that energy back, back, back. Tell me when it is done. Very good. Go ahead and
It is
cough.
done.
You need to
Ooh.
cough this up. Let it
I
cough.
coughed. I coughed that out. It was
Good.
like.
Good. Yep. Just cough it out. Let it out. Just let it out. If you need to cough again, let it out. Very good. Just spit it out. Spit it out. Oh,
Okay.
okay. Very good. Very
Oh,
good. Very good. Okay. Now, all of the energy that you have taken from your mom, all of the anger and the resentment that you have felt towards your mother for making you feel small, I want you to give all that energy back to your mother on the count of 3. 1, 2, and 3. Giving her that energy now. Giving it back to her. Giving it back to her. All that energy. You don't need it anymore. You don't want it anymore.
okay.
Okay,
It's
very,
gone.
very, very, very good. So, Jane, do you forgive yourself for having carried the resentment all that time?
Yes, I do. And I feel about 50 pounds lighter.
Very, very good. So I'm going to remove all those feelings. Imagine me putting my hand on your chest now. Tell me when you can feel the warmth of my hand on your chest.
Okay.
Okay, I'm now going to take all of that negative energy. I'm sliding my hand across your chest. I am now grabbing that negative energy and I am moving it away. Moving it away. I'm throwing it out, throwing it out. You are completely empty of any of that resentment. Now I would like for you to take something nice, something wonderful in that empty space where that feeling was. Tell me what it is that you would like to fill that space with.
I would like to fill that space with love for all the babies coming in to my family and other families,
Very, very good.
and that their world be filled with love.
Filled with love. And the 3 babies that you had to terminate their pregnancies, what would you like to put in the place and the voids of those pregnancies? What would you like to fill them with?
Love.
Okay,
Love is
love.
all there is.
What
Love
color
is love.
what color does that love look like?
Oh, it's purple, blues, and greens. It's
Okay.
cool. It's
Purple,
cool.
blues, and green. Okay, I want you to just lay there for a moment, and I want you to just feel that purple, blue, and green hue all around the room, all just enveloping your body, your beautiful spirit, your beautiful soul, your beautiful, perfect body. I want you to feel all that love and feel that love going now through the top of your head, down through your third eye chakra, down to your throat chakra, giving extra special love through that throat chakra so that you can continue as Jane to speak up for yourself and to speak the truth. Going down through your chest chakra, your heart chakra, full of purple, blue, and green, down through your solar plexus, down through your sacrum and root chakra. Now your entire body is full of that beautiful love, purple and blue and green love. Very, very good. Very, very good. Okay, on the count of 3, you're going to come out of this relaxed state. And when I count to 3, you're going to be feeling refreshed and wonderful all over. And knowing that you no longer feel lost, you know what your purpose is, to speak your truth, to stand up for yourself, and in doing so, you are an example for others. That you no longer have difficulty connecting to your higher self because you now see that your guides are always with you, and all you need to do as Jane is to simply get quiet and to feel them with you. And third, you no longer have any guilt around the aborted babies because you now see that it was all meant to be in order to teach you that lesson. And now you are completely ready to speak your truth and to stand up for yourself. And in doing so, you are showing your other loved ones an example of how to do so for themselves. On the count of 3, you will be feeling refreshed and wonderful all over. 1, 2, and 3. Feeling fantastic. Well,
Oh.
I wish I could see you, Jane.
Ah.
This is torture for me.
Yeah, I bet.